This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Well, then cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
Full disclosure, it's only 4:30. We are calling it 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, just a scooch early. Oh, is it too strong?
No, it's wonderful.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I love it.
Y'all, I'm having a gin and diet tonic, but Grace can't do tonic because you break out in hives.
I get hives.
Splotchy.
Yeah, I haven't fully figured out if it happens every time. It has happened a few times, but it's enough.
It's
Enough. You know what? I'm
enough.
done.
So she is drinking a gin, lemon juice, and watermelon LaCroix.
Ooh, and then I'm just one giant hive at the end of this. I'm like, so it's not the tonic.
So it's not the tonic. It's definitely psychosomatic. Y'all, out of the fucking gate, let's talk about the big news.
Big news.
We're going on tour, bitch.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
This is the longest we've ever gone without being on stage.
Yeah, it's been over 2 years now.
That's fucking wild.
Since you and I have been on stage together.
Since I had dirty panties falling out of my jeans. Since we helped a couple, someone pull off an engagement in Texas. It's been 2 years.
So it was since Michael Buckley ran on stage and helped us with our show in Denver. Yes, we are going on tour. We have to tell you up top that we have these dates currently available.
Yeah, we're hoping to add some more, but we still love and welcome all your tweets and DMs and whatnot asking us to come to your city. And trust us, you guys, we don't get to choose where we go. We just try to push the people who book the shows to where we want to go. We want to go to places we've never been.
It's a whole process behind the scenes.
Wild.
That we're not even privy to all of the things that go down to get these dates booked for us. But you can understand or imagine that the last year, every person that's wanted to get on stage has not been able to get on stage. And so there's a bit of a crowding up. Yeah, it's like when Walmart opens on a Black Friday and everyone's trying to go get whatever they want. So we've had to, manage what we have, and we will hopefully, knock on all the woods, be getting a couple more dates going.
Yes, but for right now, we mentioned most of these last week, but we did at the end of the episode. What a way to promo.
Yeah,
we keep getting the point of the podcast where everyone stops listening.
Let's get them right when their brains are fully engaged.
So, out of the gate, should we go back and forth?
Yeah, let's do it.
September 15th, we're in Portland, Oregon.
And then on the 16th, we're in Seattle, Washington.
And then the next day, on the 17th, we're in Denver, Colorado.
Which Michael Buckley has already said he bought his ticket.
God bless him.
So
like we weren't going to give him a free ticket.
I know.
It's insane.
And then on the 24th of September, we will be in Minneapolis.
On the 25th in Chicago.
And the 26th in Detroit.
Then we're skipping over to October. October 9th, we're in Austin, Texas.
And the 10th, we're in Houston.
And then the 13th, my home state, we are in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Woo-woo!
Just announced.
And on November 10th, going into the next month, we'll be in Nashville.
And then the next day, on November 11th, for the first time ever, we will be in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Woo-hoo!
We've never played Cincinnati. And
have we ever played Ohio?
No.
Well,
whoa. Well, hello, Ohio.
Do you have any thoughts about Ohio? The only thing I can think of is Drew Carey. And Mitchell Davis, who might be the same person. We don't know.
We don't know. Wait, I know. Don't they eat chili on spaghetti noodles?
Is that for real?
Is that an Ohio thing? Chili spaghetti? Like, I feel
I can believe it.
Yeah, chili spaghetti. It's definitely a Midwest thing, but let me see if it's Ohio. Like, they have it, like a chain restaurant of it.
Okay.
Cincinnati chili is like regular beef chili on top of spaghetti noodles with shredded cheddar cheese on top.
Well, if that ends up being our last show, I know how I'm going to go out at the end of our tour.
I'm going to need everyone to go ahead and send me their recommendations for the best vegan Cincinnati chili. It says it's Mediterranean spiced meat sauce.
Wow.
This is getting better and better.
Ohio. Whoa.
Whoa. Oh, and then sometimes they put oyster crackers on it, which bartending at a seafood place for 5 years in my 20s.
Yeah.
If I had $1 for every packet of oyster crackers I've mindlessly shoved into my face.
Why are they called that? Because they're just tiny little crackers, right? They're just shaped like little...
They're like little hexagons or something. I think it's because
Maybe you have them with oysters? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Well, no, I think you put it with like clam chowder is what you put them on. That's not even oysters. Exactly. But maybe it's like a palate cleanser.
Okay.
In between an oyster.
We used to have them in my house. In between an oyster.
Can we start calling it oyster?
I don't like it when it's called that. They're already, it's
too close to moist.
Provocative in and of themselves.
That's true. You like oysters, though.
I do like oysters. Yeah.
Do you? Okay. What is?
But here's the thing.
Okay, tell me.
Oysters to me are like the platform for all the other things that I like.
It's the.
I don't like the flavor of oyster necessarily by itself.
So why don't you just eat a cracker with some cocktail sauce on it?
I would. Well, but like to get that at a restaurant to order, hi, I like your best saltines and some tartar sauce, please. Doesn't really fly there. But no, I'll take these gross looking slimy things and put them on the crackers.
Is that how you do it?
I like it with what is the vignette?
Mignonette.
Vignette. I mean, it's like a salad dressing. It's what it seems like to me. It's tangy. It's got onions in it. I like that. I also like
chopped up little shallots with champagne vinegar.
Yeah, I love that. But I do like them on saltines. Like the texture, exchange between the oyster itself is too much on one side of the texture spectrum for me that I like to balance.
Yeah, I think Chip just does them like raw dog with a little lemon or something.
Wow, okay.
But there's lots of different, some people like them broiled. My grandma, she would have them like broiled with like jalapeno and cheese.
Well, see, yeah. Wow.
Wild, right?
That's like Clams Casino.
Exactly.
Yeah.
P.S. Maybe my favorite named food.
I know.
I love it so much.
Those clams are a gamble.
I love it.
But the oysters to me too are like it's like wine where they'll tell you at oyster places like you can get different from different areas of the country or the international oysters, and I can't taste the difference.
Or like this time of year, the cold current that comes up from blah 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 makes the oysters. Truly, Grace,
no idea.
Some of the best acting I ever did, which isn't saying much, was explaining oysters to fuckheads on Park Avenue and them believing that I'd ever eaten one in my life.
Perfect.
Oh,
you stomping ground.
Guys, wow.
Yeah, and also if you guys want to get those tickets.
Oh, sorry.
Our tour. You can go on we have a website called thismightgetweird.com, and also on our socials there will either be Linktree links or some sort of link in bio situation, or you can just Google This Might Get Weird tour and it'll come up.
Yeah, you can figure it out.
Yeah, we got back. This might be one of the only times we've gotten back to the point of a story that we started with.
Ever. I mean, I can't believe we just did a whole oyster sidebar.
Wow.
When you just said you said privy?
Yeah.
Earlier, which I love the word privy.
Me too.
I think it's a good word. I said a phrase the other month and Chip had never heard it before. And now I keep saying it and he hates it.
Okay.
That's the phrase, if I had my druthers.
If I had my druthers.
Do you know this phrase? It's like very
yeah.
old school. Like if I had my druthers, there'd be world peace.
It doesn't sound new to me, but I have absolutely no idea if I've ever used it colloquially or if I understand what it means.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
Druthers, like if I had my way.
Exactly. Like if I had my best case scenario. When I look at it, it says druthers is a person's preference in a matter.
Okay.
So like if you had your druthers, you'd have saltines with cocktail sauce. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it also just sounds like a drunk person saying like, if my brothers were here.
If I had my druthers here. I haven't seen them in 2 years. No, I said it and he was like, what the hell's a druther? And I was like, oh, it's like this phrase. And then he was like, I don't like that phrase. And then I catch myself saying it constantly now.
All the time now.
Yes, because he says a phrase I hate.
What?
When someone's in a bad mood, or like if I'm in a bad mood, he'll be like, why are you so sour? And I was like, oh, I hate that.
Oh, because you like sour things.
I love sour. Sour to me is great, but also to me it sounds like I've curdled. It's like sour milk.
See, that's a word. Curdled is not my favorite word.
Oh, curdled's a terrible word.
Curdled sounds like a dance that like you do either when you are like 6 or 76.
Do the curdle?
Yeah,
it's curdle in your girdle. No. So anyway, so now every time he says like being sour, I'm like, well, if I had my druthers, I'd be in a better mood.
I like that you guys just fuck with each other constantly.
That's all we do. That's all we do.
How have you been this last week?
I've been good. I've been trying to keep busy. Well, I was telling you before we started that now that I'm going to North Carolina, in a couple weeks or a week and a half or whatever it is, I'm subletting my place to like a friend of a friend, and you really don't realize how gross you are until you have the possibility of a total stranger living in your home for 2 months.
Yeah, you don't realize how much of the way you live, if left up for interpretation to a stranger, could be horrible.
Yes, that it's like, okay, even surface level, this room is clean. Mm-hmm. But what do they see when they open? Not this room that we're in. This room is like
they're asking them to have a full panic attack immediately. Of being like, what facility am I have to stay at for the next month?
Look, this room we're in right now, I'm having to do an overhaul. I put stuff in storage and scrub it and do all the things.
Right.
But like most of the stuff we're taking with us because it's like frisbees and tennis rackets and bowling balls and shit we want with us. But anyway, but like just other random ass where you're like, oh, do I assess the junk drawers? Do I say like, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. This closet is open for you to use. All of this dresser, these drawers, everything else probably stuffed full of shit.
You know what you could do?
What?
That might alleviate you having to clean out anything is just leave small notes anywhere that this person might look at things or assume things.
Yeah.
Because you're also assuming that this person's going to assume things about you.
Yeah.
And so to alleviate cleaning, you can also just leave a little sticky note in there that goes, I know. And then just leave it there everywhere. I know.
Leave a sticky note on literally a 3-foot long face of myself that's staring at it. It's like, this person is entering a danger zone. But so I'm on like the cleaning, organizing. Do I really wear these shoes?
Yeah.
Type of mode right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best time to do it now that the world is, allowed to be participated in. That like I've worn maybe 3% of the things that I like own, shoes, clothing, etc. That I'm like, someone could come in and take all of this away and I would never notice.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like packing up for North Carolina. I'm like, I know I'm going to go and wear the same 2 pairs of shorts and 5 shirts the whole time.
Yeah. So maybe this is a blessing.
Aw.
Or not.
That's a really sweet way to put it.
Or just a kick in the ass to clean everything up that you have ignored for
it's just
year.
that kind of like, we've all been stuck inside, and I feel like the barometer of like being clean or like ordering things to entertain yourself for a brief moment in time, and then you're like, I've got too much shit.
100%. The idea of like, we've all been left to our own devices for the last year.
AKA we have so many puzzles.
Right. But that's like a safe, normal thing. Yeah. You're like, how is someone going to interpret how I've handled myself this last year on the things that they see in my house?
This is the gallery of my year stuck inside.
Yeah. This is my scrapbook.
Wow.
So there are specialists for just about everything, right? When your car brakes don't work, you go to a mechanic. If you have a problem with your shower, you call a plumber. And if you want to fix the uneven or crooked teeth, you go see an orthodontist. They're the specialists. And that's what sets Candid, the invisible, comfortable, and removable aligners above the rest. While poorly reviewed or insanely priced clear aligner companies use general dentists, Candid only works with orthodontists. With Candid, the same orthodontist who creates your plan is with you from start to finish, so you never have to wonder how you're doing. Your treatment is prescribed and closely monitored remotely by a licensed orthodontist who's an expert in tooth movement. You can book an appointment at a Candid studio near you, Or you can do everything from the comfort and convenience of your own home. The average candid treatment is about 6 months, and you'll start seeing results way before then, and it costs thousands less than traditional braces. And with your aligner treatment, you'll get Candid's teeth whitening for free. Why not? Candid can help you get the straighter, brighter smile that you maybe have always wanted. So right now, you can save $75 on your Candid starter kit when you get started from home, or you can book an appointment at a Candid studio near you today. Go to candidco.com/TMGW and use code TMGW. That's candidco.com/TMGW, code TMGW. Take advantage of this limited time offer to save $75 on your starter kit. Again, candidco.com/TMGW, code TMGW.
Y'all, it happens to the best of us. You go to the grocery store, you look at your list, you check it twice, you're going to make a delicious dinner, and you come home and you realize, well, crap, you forgot to get milk or flour or one measly ingredient that's stopping you from making your meal. And spoiler alert, you've already started drinking, so you can't drive back. Well, luckily, DoorDash has got you covered. Yeah, that DoorDash that brings you all your favorite restaurants, and be it chain or local, straight to your door. Now they do grocery stores too, so you can get drinks, snacks, and other household items delivered to you in under an hour. And it's super easy. You open the DoorDash app, you choose what you want from where you want, and your items will be left safely outside your door with a contact delivery drop-off setting. Plus, if you still want to just order some food, they've got over 300,000 partners in the U.S., Puerto Rico, Canada, and Australia. So you can support your neighborhood go-tos. I always get to go from my favorite pizza place up the street, a pasta from over here. Or you can, go to your national restaurants like Popeyes, Chipotle, or my favorite baby, the Cheesecake Factory. That's right. That makes downloading the app worth it just in and of itself. So for a limited time, our listeners are going to get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code TMGW2021. That's 25% off up to a $10 value and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code TMGW2021. Don't forget, that's code TMGW2021 for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Go get you some Cheesecake Factory. Nothing truly to report. I went to a demolition derby on Saturday.
Nice. Yeah. How was that?
It was fun. The thing is that the demolition derby itself was a little smaller than previous ones because it was a minivan specific one, which was really fun. But they had all these races beforehand, and the races took way longer than normal. So that by the time we got to the demolition derby, Chip and I were like, okay, let's sneak out early to beat traffic.
Yeah.
But still a fun thing when you go this is 20 minutes from my house in LA. I feel like I'm in a different fucking universe.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And also the idea of minivans slamming into each other when they're supposed to be mom's safest vehicle for her children.
The irony is not lost. I love it. I mean, they have demolition derbies at that track that are only cars pulling boats. They do the craziest themed ones. I love it.
That's wonderful.
I feel like there was a moment in time in Hey USA where there was maybe the possibility you and I were going to get to demolition derby.
Yeah, there were a lot of things that were maybes that were going on. It's it's very wild how many thoughts I've had about Hey USA in the last few months. One of them being that I woke up not feeling well the other day, and I thought that I was I don't know, from drinking or something, maybe a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then I went back and I was like, oh yeah, one of the only times that I've thrown up after a night of drinking was on Hey USA.
Which night?
In Austin.
Oh yeah, we got in a fight that night.
Well, we were just drinking like crazy. And then the next day I remember we were stopped at a outdoor food truck area, and I just was I'm getting out of the production van and went behind a fence and threw up and was like, all right, and the show must go on.
The show must go on. And that shit did. Okay, have you seen, this just happened an hour ago, Dolly Parton's tweet she did today?
I was just opening Twitter and I didn't look at, I saw something about her dressed as a Playboy bunny.
Well, okay, I have Dolly Parton's Playboy, the one she's on the cover of, in my living room.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I mean, it's Dolly. So she dresses up. She looks incredible. But she doesn't get naked or anything.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. She's classy.
Yeah. But so, and not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, yeah. You can do whatever you want. Dolly does whatever she wants.
Dolly did what she do. But she dressed up and she was like, I told y'all I was going to do Playboy again when I was 75. And that's not even a magazine no more, but it is my husband and I's. Like, it's either his birthday or her anniversary. Oh. So she did a photo shoot. And then she shows her like presenting it to him, just the back of his head because he's never on camera. And she goes, when I did it back in the 70s, like I was a little butterball, but now I'm a string cheese. I hope he thinks I'm a cream cheese. And I was like, wait, what? Can we please get like, ooh, she's a cream cheese started?
Yeah, cream cheese summer.
I'm a string cheese. I hope he thinks I'm a cream cheese. No, and she, of course, her team or whoever.
Yeah.
The tweet was like, Dolly Hot Girl Summer or something like that.
Oh, that's great.
But I'm just like, wow.
She continues to do wonderful things that are completely fun, harmless, and only helpful.
Yes.
Like, I don't think she's made a misstep. And if she has, she's probably immediately apologized for
and
it
like
and donated $1 billion.
And learned from it.
Yeah.
No, she did that today. And I was just like, God, Dolly, I fucking love you so much.
Oh, yeah. She's truly the best influence. She's the original influencer and the only one that has really stood the test of time.
Consistence.
Well, there you go.
Sorry.
In terms of like going back in time, did you see what people are calling the thirst trap that Joe Biden put on his Instagram last week? He put a throwback photo of him as a young guy saying, I know this young person would have gotten vaccinated. And it's
I've seen that pic before. He's hot.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, to his team that's like, trying to use the algorithm even though he doesn't need the algorithm. Yeah, like that's a great way to do it.
He's a good looking guy. And then Olivia Rodrigo went to the White House. Shit, so stupid. The other day he rolled over. Oh, he's looking at Reddit or something. He goes, have you heard this rumor that Olivia Rodrigo and Joe Biden hooked up? I was like, that's not a rumor. He was fucking with me. I was like, that's not a rumor.
That's insane.
That's so stupid. But I was like, good for her and, younger people using their voice because I'm sure she has a lot of conservative-minded fans or fans whose parents have that mindset so they automatically adopt it. And to be like, no, y'all, it's cool to get vaxxed.
Yeah. Wait, what was I going to talk about last week? What's his face's song? Oh my gosh. Hold on.
Okay.
You talk amongst yourself.
Because I just had a great idea.
Yeah, go for it.
I think the Backstreet Boys should do a song, Backstreet's Vaxxed. All right.
Yeah.
However, I bet Brian Luttrell isn't.
Oh, wait.
I think he like openly supported Trump and like, remember when like Parler happened instead of Twitter, he like joined Parler, which meant
really?
he was like so I don't know if Backstreet is vaxxed.
Sorry, I was talking, Juvenile did vax that thing up.
He did vax that ass up or vax that thing up.
Yeah.
Juvie, that song came out when I was in high school and man, it was a banger. It was so good. Oh, speaking of banging, and how the Tokyo Olympics continue to be dumb.
Oh, God. Go ahead.
Have you seen that they're putting anti-sex cardboard bed frames in Olympic Village? Yeah,
I was literally just Googling like the New York Times article about it. Because they have to keep all these like COVID restrictions and like the internet has created this swell that it's meant for them to not have sex with each other during and not like, hang out with each other.
Like Olympic Village is notorious for boning.
This is what I just looked up. I was just looking up facts about the Olympic Village because it's wild.
It's hedonistic.
In Rio, they handed out a record number of condoms. 450,000 condoms were handed out.
Well, think about
in
this.
Olympic Village. Also, one of the facts, no parents are allowed in Olympic Village.
Oh, even if you're a youngster?
At least that was from one of the articles that I was reading earlier.
This shit is Camp Nowhere. No, because think about it. These people are like, all they do is work their asses off to get to this thing. And now they finally made it, and they want to A, burn off some steam.
Yeah.
B, they're with other people where like, if you've got determination to get into the Olympics, I would assume think you can fuck everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you
Like,
have to have a
yes.
certain level of concentration and confidence, and also
Stamina.
and probably complete distraction sexually to be able to
Yes.
focus on something like that. That, of course, this is the area where there's all these other people like you that have beautiful, strong bodies.
Yes, but also too, if you like went and you win, it could either be A, you lose and you want to just like be comforted and distracted.
Right.
Or B, you're on a high because you win and now you're just hanging out till the closing ceremonies.
Right.
You're going to be boning.
Oh, yeah.
But also, I looked at the beds.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now. They're made from recycled materials.
Just have sex on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, also,
Like,
I'm
that's
like,
not going to stop an Olympian.
but that's what I'm going, they think that having a cardboard bed is going to, like, people can have sex without having to lay down. Like,
True, yes.
Have you heard of an airplane bathroom?
Yes. But I was like, okay, people would have sex on the floor, clearly.
Yeah.
But also, I would be fucking pissed if I had to go take my body that I have chiseled and carved and treated like a temple for years, and then like the night before my relay race, I'm sleeping on cardboard.
Yeah.
You could get a kink in your back.
That to me is the stranger thing. But also, I've heard that laying like flat
I
like
know.
that is better for your spinal cord.
It is better for your spine. My brother, like, I think he enjoys like occasionally he'll like sleep on the floor to like
Yeah.
realign himself. I've never slept on the floor and woke up better.
I've never slept on the floor on purpose for a reason to try and wake up with a better spine.
But even when we like Chip and I camped out in our backyard a couple weeks ago, even just like sleeping on like a small mat or something on the floor, I'm still like, my bones. I feel the wind through my joints.
Yeah. Ow, 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 ow. I'm also reading in this New York Times article to further discourage them all hanging out with each other, alcohol sales will be banned. Wow.
Tokyo, you suck.
And condoms.
No, I love Tokyo so much. So please let me back in.
Condoms have been distributed at the Olympics since the Seoul Games in 1988 to encourage safe sex, but only about 1/3 as many as the record number that was handed out the Rio Games.
I mean, Rio, come on.
Yeah.
It's a city known for good ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
But did you, in terms of the Olympics, I just saw this before we started recording, that Poland, by mistake, sent too many swimmers.
No.
So 6 of them have had to go back to Poland.
How many swimmers did they send?
They sent 23. You're only supposed to have 17 on a team. And so can you imagine training your whole life, getting on the Olympic team for Poland, and they send you, and then the country made a mistake and a huge 6-person oversight, and they had to cut 6 people and they had to go back to Poland.
Dude.
Wild.
For what? I mean, I would be livid.
I'd be like, how? There's only so many things I assume that like need to get handled.
Yeah.
Or need to like be checked off. And number of participants
It's a pretty big one.
Also, the fact that they all got to Tokyo and then now we're being told that 6 of them aren't supposed to be there. That I'm like, at what point? There was no moment before getting on the plane, getting off the plane, doing your registration or any of that you were like, there might be too many of you guys.
Wow, that sucks, Poland. I'm sorry for that, man.
Yeah.
For those, man. Okay, one other Olympic thing, and then I'll stop.
Yeah. No, I didn't realize the Olympics are happening this weekend. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Other than just the drama that's been surrounding how
Right,
kind
about
of terrible
weed smoking
they are.
and stuff. But listen to this. I forget what country it is, but one of the countries, the female beach volleyball team.
Yeah, they are not allowed to wear the shorts that they wanted to wear.
They wanted to wear spandex shorts, like little biker shorts, and they got fined because they have to wear bikini bottoms.
They're not allowed to wear things 10 centimeters below their like butt or something.
In what universe would that be advantageous for them? I think if anything, it would hinder their performance.
Well, the Olympics has a really long history of racism,
And
misogyny,
sexism,
and all of that, which is wild. And I just listened to a recent episode of Throwing Shade, which is now called Attitudes, podcast the other week, and they talk through a lot of the Olympic stuff, and it's really good. So I highly recommend.
Why did they change their name from Throwing Shade?
Because it didn't represent like what there is, like a deep, profound thing. Like it comes from like ballroom culture and like stuff that they didn't feel like they represented after
got it. They were like
years.
appropriating the phrase.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, hold on. I got some more to talk about.
Go for it.
You guys, sorry. This is one of those weeks where we're like talking about news stories, etc. I went to a demo derby. I tried to get some weird shit to happen, but
this is mine. Is mac and cheese is now a flavor of ice cream.
I saw that and I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
I don't like that one bit.
But I also will say I had school for the last like 4 days, and so I think I told you this yesterday that Sunday night when I was like done my weekend of doing school, I was just so exhausted that I made myself Kraft mac and cheese.
Oh yeah,
because we had it in our cupboard that I didn't know how long it had been there, but I was like, this is here.
Safe bet.
Let's make it. I was shocked at how sweet it was. Truly,
what?
Yeah, I hadn't
sweet cheese.
I haven't. Well, I haven't had Kraft mac and cheese in so long, like that name brand.
Sweet it was,
and I had to put so much salt and pepper in there because I was like, this is sweet. So to hear that it's now being made into an ice cream flavor, I'm like, wow. Interesting, because I did feel like it was way more sweet than savory that I was craving at the time. Yeah, I was kind of bummed. Didn't keep me from eating the entire box.
No, of course not. Wow. I mean, had you eaten something that would have affected that taste?
No, I was really going
That's
for
strange.
it. Yeah, I was like, wow, I haven't had the Kraft from the box
Sometimes
in a bit. And it's way sweeter than I remember. No wonder it's for children.
What's so weird, though, is we did Kraft or like the shells, Velveeta. Oh, we do Velveeta. That's why.
See, yeah, different.
Kraft.
Mm-hmm. Kraft.
And
Kraft is the one that's teaming up with this ice cream company to make the mac and cheese flavored ice cream.
Are they like trying to go ahead and like convince people's brains that mac and cheese should have sugar to it?
Well, I'm pretty sure we talked about this on Valentine's Day. They were the ones making the candy flavored like pink
mac and
cheese. Yeah. So it doesn't seem like they've had to change much of their formula. They're just leaning into the fact that they're a sweet, sweet treat.
Who is this child, this Kraft heir that's taken over, who's making all the wrong
decisions?
Kraft?
I don't know. I don't know what she's up to.
Kraft. You know what I really like? Sorry, I know this is not a food podcast, you guys.
It's not an anything we talk about podcast.
Yeah, it's nothing.
So we say.
It's nothing. Things will get weird again once we're on the road. Don't worry. When I make either a creamy cheesy pasta or like a shells and cheese, I add green peas.
Yeah, that's
for
great.
A pop of freshness.
I love that. I'm into that.
Because they cook so quickly from the freezer that pop. It takes 2 seconds.
There you go.
And it brings a textural element. It brings a garden element.
You feel like you're getting some vegetables in there.
Yeah. Exactly.
I cut you off from what you were saying. Go ahead.
I have no idea.
Oh, I thought you were starting to say something about food or something.
I'm always talking about food. Oh, no, I was talking about the peas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we were actually staying on topic. Have you ever said to yourself, man, I love the fact that I've had the same couple of pairs of sheets since after college, and I never really liked them, but I just keep washing them every week or two and putting them back on my bed like that's totally normal? Well, stop it. Have some dignity and some self-respect and get you some Brooklinen sheets. Brooklinen can make that voice in your head and the bad sheets on your bed go away. Brooklinen was started to create beautiful, high-quality home essentials that don't cost an arm and a leg, and people, what a success. They work directly with manufacturers to make luxury available directly to you without the luxury level markup, so you can get their amazing array of products as a reasonable price. Y'all, I have Brooklinen sheets on my bed right now. I am obsessed with them. I cannot go back. I love them so much, and I'm in bed with a little hot cold named Beansers, and so it gets very, very hot up in there, but but Brooklinen are crisp, cool, and they don't let you overheat no matter how hot it is in the summer. They are so confident in their product that there's a 360-day warranty, and they've received over 75,000 5-star reviews and counting. So give yourself the comfort refresh you deserve and get it for less at Brooklinen. Go to brooklinen.com and use promo code GETWEIRD to get 20% off with a minimum purchase of $100. That's BROOKLINEN.com and enter promo code GETWEIRD for $20 off with a minimum purchase of $100. That's brooklinen.com, promo code GETWEIRD, and get yourself some decent sheets. Come on, guys.
There are many things that can make your workouts hard. Extra resistance, double speed, 1 more mile, but your socks shouldn't. That's why Bombas Performance Socks are built to be nothing but comfortable and supportive. Bombas Performance Socks have taken all the amazing innovations that make Bombas the most comfortable socks that you've ever worn and added their special Hex Tech performance technology. Bombas Performance Socks are stitched with special moisture wicking yarn and temperature regulating vents that allow cool airflow in and prevent overheating. They come with a pillow-like tab to save you from blisters. They stay up. They have stay-up technology. They stay up in your shoes. A special arch-hugging system and an extra layer of cushiony comfort on the bottom for a perfect amount of support. They come in different styles for every sport with specific design features to help you optimize performance and keep you comfortable no matter what you're doing. And like all their socks, for every pair of Bombas Performance Socks you buy, they donate a pair to someone in need. They've donated over 45 million pairs so far. I have a bunch of Bombas socks. I love them. They are so comfortable. They do stay up in my shoes, and they keep my sweaty feet feeling not so sweaty. So what's not to like? Go to bombas.com/TMGW today and get 20% off your first order. That's bombas.com, BOMBAS.com/TMGW for 20% off. Bombas.com/TMGW.
Oh, okay. Are you watching Loki?
I was watching Loki, and then we stopped after a couple episodes because I was just like, I feel like I'm not connecting with this show right now.
It took a minute, and now I got into it. But so in the show, at one point they go to like a land where like a bunch of other Lokis are, like in various forms, whatever.
Yeah.
And there's an alligator Loki.
Oh, and I don't think we've gotten to that episode.
It's this tiny gator Loki with the horns, and he's slithering around. Grace, I'm in love.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I might love this alligator. I'm going to say it. More than Baby Yoda.
Wow.
I'm in love with him.
But is this just a character for a moment, or is this a character?
It's only one episode.
Oh, maybe that's why you like that.
Oh, we immediately looked up Loki horns for beans.
Oh, wow. Okay. Then Elliot and I have to get back into watching this show. We took a moment because I was like, I know.
I don't
understand what's going on. And also, I just keep calling Owen Wilson Matthew McConaughey the whole time, or who's in it?
It's Owen Wilson.
Yeah, and I just keep going, all right.
Wait, to piss someone off, or
no,
you really believe it?
I was high and being like,
oh no,
I just don't understand why Matthew McConaughey is in this show. And he was like, yeah, Matthew McConaughey. And I was like, yeah. I just keep waiting for him to go, all right.
No, it's Owen Wilson, so it's a wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty good Owen Wilson.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Wow. I want to do like is this Owen Wilson or a cat challenge? Wow. Did you see Jeff Bezos' dick rocket?
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
yeah.
They had to have so many meetings going.
It's Poland all over again.
So it's okay that this obviously looks like a dick without balls, right? Like it's okay. There's no other streamlined way to
castrated
make this
penis.
happen. Yeah, it's so symbolic.
It's so you're shooting like it's the epitome of that guy has that big car because he's a small dick. Oh, that guy built a rocket.
Yeah. Also, I looked up who he was in space with, and it was like
astronauts.
He was.
Okay, Grace. This podcast is just called "Listen to Grace."
I know.
Google stuff.
No, I'm pretty sure it was. Oh yeah, he went to space with his brother.
Okay.
Another astronaut, and like a young teenage scientist.
A young teenage scientist.
Yeah. And so, yeah, billionaire Jeff Bezos. He was accompanied by Mark Bezos, Wally Funk, an 82-year-old pioneer of space, and an 18-year-old student. What the fuck do you think they talked about?
First of all, no idea. But second of all, I want my name to be Wally Funk.
Yeah.
Wally Funk?
82 years old.
We want the funk. Give us some more funk.
I know. And then this 18-year-old student. So I'm just like, this is the weirdest collection to me of like the Bezos brothers and then these two guys.
Does the Bezos brother look like Bezos? Because he looks like straight up Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he's got a curious look to him. Like
he's got a curious skull.
I didn't know what he looked like till this last year.
Oh, God.
And it's definitely, it wasn't that.
But have you seen this side by side? The reason why I brought up the dick rocket is because that's an actual plot point in Austin Powers.
Oh,
Dr. Evil's rocket looks like a penis, and they do a whole bit about it, and it's just like, of course he did that.
Well, what was Richard Branson's? Because he just went up too, right?
I think he had a normal sized rocket.
Classic Richard. I can't not think about Richard Branson going to space without remembering the most iconic moment of Cribs I've ever seen of him
on Necker Island.
On Necker Island,
What'd
and
he
he's taking you through his beautiful home, and then they just pan, and Mariah Carey's laying on a bed drinking champagne.
Really?
She's just there. She's just there. And that was the whole vibe of that whole episode, was just like, you never know with Richard Branson.
Do you think he paid her to be there?
I have
Or was she just happened to be there while they shot Cribs?
It's very possible either scenario. I have no idea, but it was one of those that's the first time I ever heard of Richard Branson was Cribs, and I was like, why is this important?
What's so crazy though is like MTV could get that kind of talent. Like, or okay, here, let's break it down, because like right now I don't know one show on MTV, but I think it's just episodes of Ridiculousness
and Teen Mom. It's just teenagers like yelling at each other, and then adults watching teenagers yell at each other on video.
And like The Challenge.
Yeah,
those people, which is weird because then it's like, no wonder like no young people watch MTV anymore, because the teen moms are now in their 30s, and The Challenge, those people are like in their 50s, right? They're like old real worlders.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, I was thinking about this the other day, that they're like the original like influencer culture of people that just got hired on a show to like live their life, and then now of course they're signing up for this thing that constantly pays them to be a part of it.
They're like, I signed up for Road Rules instead of college.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna milk this bitch for as long as possible. But like Cribs, it was like the biggest names would be like, come in here, I want to show you how many
Right, and that's why I'm
Red
like,
Bulls I have in my
going
fridge.
back to what you were saying earlier about someone coming into your house, it made me think about Cribs. That was like, that show was so successful because even if it was all a facade, you felt like you were looking at the most intimate parts of this completely untouchable celebrity's life.
Yes. I wonder if anyone went on Cribs and just showed a house that wasn't theirs.
Oh, I'm sure
you
they
think
did.
so?
Oh, for sure. I couldn't say off the top of my head.
Are you slinging accusations?
Went on Cribs and showed a fake house.
I loved when it was like Lil Bow Wow and he was just in those, the little Power Wheels that look like.
Yeah.
Bentleys or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how many seasons it went for, but it was great. And then all of a sudden the internet came along and people just started doing house tours.
They're like, we're just vlogging anyway. Wow, I didn't know that about Mariah in the background.
Oh yeah, it's one of the greatest moments that she's, and then her Cribs is her getting
iconic.
her wearing heels, just getting on her like stair stepper and like constantly drinking champagne. I also think in hindsight, no one our age, myself included, obviously knew who Richard Branson was. So they had to pepper in Mariah Carey's to be like, see, he's friends with the people you know, so he's an okay guy.
Lord have mercy. I hate it.
Well, now he's gone to space, and he and Jeff Bezos are fighting over, I don't know.
Are there new teen moms, or they're still following the same damn moms?
I've never watched Teen
Me
Mom.
neither.
It makes me feel a certain way.
You started scratching your chest like you had
like I was
an
getting
outbreak.
hives.
Yes.
I was like, no, it just makes me feel Yeah, it's I don't know. I think it's exploitative a bit. So
hey, I'm snapping.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you know, we don't just talk about pig farts and randomness. Sometimes we tell the truth about people who are exploitative.
I remember hearing something years ago when that show came out, and it made all of the people that they were documenting stars, that suddenly there was this rush for young women to get pregnant to try and be on that show. And I was like, oh, that's a bad byproduct of this.
If we can talk one more minute about bad TV stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Why in the world are they still making new episodes of Flip or Flop when those motherfuckers divorced forever ago and they are calling the cops on each other like once a month?
Well, this is one of the things I didn't talk about last week, is that Christina from Flip or Flop, I don't know if you heard this, she got all of this press because she's in a new relationship.
Right, blah,
but
blah.
she said in this Instagram caption talking about her new relationship that she smoked bufo toad, which basically reset my brain and kicked out years of anxiety in 15 minutes.
She smoked toad?
She smoked toad. This was in a long ass Instagram caption. I'm talking like 3 paragraphs. And she's like, I'm in a new relationship. I know the stresses of being famous, blah, blah, blah. I also smoked bufo toad in the last year, which basically reset my brain and kicked me. And I was like, screech. What? And then I was looking it up that, bufo toad is like the toxins that you can smoke that have all these hallucinogenic properties, and people say if you inhale the vapors, you can hallucinate, become euphoric, and chill out. And she did that, and I love that she just kind of put that in there in one sentence in her Instagram post of being like, fame is weird, and my new guy doesn't have an Instagram, and I smoked
and I licked an amphibian, and now I'm totally chill, y'all. Don't worry about it.
I was like, to her audience, which I'm sure is like women, you know, who want to be interior designers or are interested.
Oh, those bitches are out licking bullfrogs in their creek right now.
They're just finding frogs.
They're just finding frogs and licking them.
Smoke them up. Yeah.
Oh my God. First of all.
But then, he's being a fucking.
No, they're the worst. But like smoking toad sounds like. Smoking toad sounds like giving a blowjob to someone with a chode.
Yeah, okay. Well, add that to Urban Dictionary. But this is like, it's the toxins that come out of it that you.
Totally.
Yeah, you're not holding a frog.
I don't think
like a pipe and trying to light it on the one side.
Oh my God, PETA, come and get him. No, but anyway, I just saw like yet another like so and so goes on tirade and those, and I'm just like, could we just go ahead for once and for all and call it a flop?
Right. And
because I'm going to flip the channel.
But at the same time, that guy is being, I started to look at this earlier. Like
I don't want to go into details. He's too depressing.
The chaos of it is insane, but I'm going, give us a show. Because I've always felt like we can't break into that threshold because we're not family friendly enough. And I'm going, ding, ding, ding. Yeah. She's smoking toad and he's doing some terrible shit.
He's awful. She's awful. Sorry if you guys are fans listening.
I don't know if she's awful.
But here's the thing. Even when they're not calling the cops on each other, they are bad designers.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is very ugly. It's like gray wood floors. And like it's the most generic house flip of all time.
Yeah.
It's like, I want my HGTV and my flip stuff to have a little bit of personality.
If you want some personality that you want to get really mad at, watch Flip or Flop Las Vegas. Elliot and I were down in Palm Springs, I think like last year, and we got into how...
Is it with them?
No, it's okay. It's a like mirror version of them.
No.
From Vegas. It is insane what they do to home.
I hate it. Well, my favorite thing is when there's a successful genre here, and then they do
every iteration.
They do the Canadian version where it's just like little carbon copies but nicer.
Yeah. Exactly.
Smoking toad, man.
Smoking toad.
I think I finally found my band name.
There you go. Well,
I'm exhausted.
You guys, make sure if you want to hear more profound this or that about Flip or Flop, that you can get tickets to our live shows by using our website, thismightgetweird.com.
Don't flip or flop about that decision. They're going fast. They're selling like hotcakes. We can't wait to see. If I had my druthers, every single person listening right now would go get a ticket. And if we're not coming to your town, come to the nearest one, or we will
we'll be adding some more dates soon. So keep your eyes out. We can't like speculate right now because we're not totally sure.
We're completely vague. Oh, it's kind of weird.